Our first stop was Kittery Trading Post. I needed to find a place that had good underwater knives, so I could use them in Hawaii. Turns out, there's a lot of taxidermy in this place. Here's my favorite part about every vacation, the ocean. As you can see, the professor in front of us is walking with bare feet. Let this be a cautionary tale to those who come over here. Wear your water shoes. This is a land bridge that opens up on Bar Harbor when the tide is low. Make sure to look at the tide chart before you head out here.
Say the line, dude. Yeah. These lobsters bite.
No, dude.
Say it again. These lobsters bite. These lobsters bite. They pinch. They grab. Dun 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 dun. That's a crab.
After a quick side quest to get the lobsters, we headed back to go tide pooling. The good thing about this location is it's large, it's easy to get to, and it's got the novelty of walking to an island in what is the ocean floor. This can also be a downside, because there usually is a lot of people around you. I do see people driving their cars across this. If you are doing that, just make sure you pay attention to the rising ocean around you, because if you get stuck over there, I heard it's a pretty hefty fine. Same goes to people that are walking too. Make sure you're watching. The terrain on the island is much less water shoe and ankle friendly, so just be aware of that. There's also rock paintings on the island that I found. I think this one's a dragon. This is about as low as I've seen it get, but obviously it'll change depending the time of year and what the tide cycles look like. But just make sure, as you go into the island, you're paying attention to what's going on around you.
Freaking helmet crab.
Oh. Does it stink on the inside? No. Oh, you're covering me. Oh, I got on the camera. There you go. All done. Bubble wraps are
there it is.
You found a starfish?
Mother Nature.
Hey, turns out it's Mother Nature's bubble wrap.
What'd you find?
Found 4 starfish. 4 starfish. Can I pick them up or is that bad?
Yeah, it was cool and
I
awesome.
got crab.
Oh, look at that guy. What's he all about?
Move the seaweed. Ah, I don't like that.
Professor taught me that a great way to find little critters hiding in the tide pools is by throwing the seaweed back towards the water. The crabs and things that have gills will hide under the seaweed so they don't dry out when they get stuck up on land. I was lucky enough, while looking around, to find myself a nice Maine oyster. Back before the Superbench days, I used to work with oysters. Down in Florida, they use these things to help keep the red tide in check. Not only do they compete for the food sources of the red tide, they actually consume the brevotoxins that the red tide produce.
Funny Superbench, funny.
Yeah, don't put it down my pants, you freak.
Funny Superbench.
Ah! To the water. Oh, he bit me. Hanging on for his dear life.
He's got the spots on the back. What's up, Dick? Hey, I'm watching you. Oh, gotta be quicker than that. Gotta be quicker than that. Gotta be quicker than that.
Stop it. Yo, he's grippy. I don't want to pull too hard because I don't want to pull his paws off. Alright guys, you win. Give him something to power for. Oh, he's pissed. He's so pissed off. Back to the weeds with you.
Have you ever felt yourself scouring the internet for those videos where a guy drops a rock from a really high place onto some ice? Well, have I got a segment for you. This is called Simple Machines. The Wonders of the Lever.
There's a lot of clams. Alright, it's a family. We call that a clamly. Hey, we call that a clamly.
We call this one increasing the contact surface area of our load to our lever.
Those clams.
There's some in your pants.
It's so deep.
Oh!
Okay, hold it
Watch
there.
out.
Hold it
Not
there.
your hands, Jesus. He's gonna lose a finger.
Then the problem is it's still not flipped.
Oh, just gave it a quick kick. That was
Oh, this shot.
Clams. Working hard.
Just another day as a traveling nomad on the shores
Crab.
of Augusta.
Grab.
Okay, get her down in there.
Clams are
Epic.
Get her down in there.
Grab.
Come on.
He's crushing the clam.
Oh, what's bending?
I need help.
He's crushing the clam. Oh!
Let's go. Okay, we're making great progress.
Drain the swamp.
Oh yeah,
Holding on to the sand. Kill the crab. No, you're gonna kill the crab.
Beamer's moaning in my ear.
You moved it. Like that's.
We moved it, but that was the bottom, so we've technically flipped it. It's not a square, you know?
Right.
It's a hexagon that we've rotated one side.
Is that good?
Crab. It's a crab.
Oh, the wood is creaking. Look how much progress we made. No. Okay, hold it.
Okay, someone
Hold
catch
it.
the crabs that we were looking for under there. And
Hold
Willie's already got them all.
I don't
right?
think there's any more. There's one right
Corey, get over there.
covered in barnacles. Where?
for a treasure.
There's a bunch of dead crab legs. Did you kill a crab?
Rip one apart.
All right, just come pull it on this side.
What are you gonna do with that?
What is that gonna
Let's just get over there and pull that shit.
okay.
do? Yeah, good job.
All right, Lily, hold this.
Is this recording?
Yeah.
Crab. Crab.
Do this.
All right, ready? It's not about individual strength, it's about united effort. We have to be
One
synced.
unison pull.
Yeah.
One
mule nest.
Like we're like we're making train tracks.
You pull straight back, and you and I pull towards him.
Okay.
So it's even distribution. 3,
2, 1. Are you okay? I just slapped me in the face so hard. Oh, a bloodworm! Corey, are you okay?
Oh, use that for
I think I
fishing.
got a bloodworm in my eye.
And 2 of them.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We did it.
We're watching that
Look at that.
tonight as we hang out.
That's a rock gunnel.
Snake.
It's not a snake, it's a rock gunnel. It's a rock gunnel.
Technically a fish.
Can you tell me what a rock cup is?
This is actually the biggest one I've ever seen.
What does it
That's
eat?
a big sucker.
What does it eat?
Probably a little brine
Oh,
fruit.
look at his little mouth.
Literally a fish.
Yeah. Chumpy boy.
I want to try and put you guys into my shoes here. The water was a balmy 55 degrees. Water is 25 times better at conducting heat than air is. I want you to think about how cold you get when it's windy. Now think about sitting somewhere where it's windy, except it's 25 times worse. Because the water is coming up and going back outwards, similar to how wind works. In the second half of this series, I take a trip to Hawaii. Not only is the water temperature different, but the clarity is as well. And that's usually indicative of nutrient density. You'll see animals like humpback whales come up to the north to come feed and then give birth in a place like Hawaii. I felt as though it was a truly special opportunity to get the chance to compare these two places, one right after the other. Growing up in the North Atlantic, I became accustomed to the cold waters. But don't get me wrong, I like the warm ones too. For those looking to visit this tide pool spot, here is a map of Acadia. Here is the area that we are tide pooling and taking all these shots from. It's a pretty common destination in Bar Harbor, so expect a couple of people. And fun fact, the nearest bathroom is probably around Hannaford's. Make sure to wear your water shoes. As you can see, it's pretty rocky. Once we were done playing around in the tide pools, it was about time we got up those mountains. We are attempting to hike the Beehive Trail. If you've ever seen any posters or pictures of a lot of these Acadian hiking trails, I would be willing to bet that most of them were probably taken on the Beehive. As you watch this footage, you're probably thinking, wow, those skinny paths have a lot of people on them. We were thinking the same thing. Not only was there a lot of people, but it was also real foggy.
Let me see your collection, bro.
The professor's a big moss buff, so he likes to collect samples on the way. At this point, we made a very crucial decision. You can see all those people coming from the right side of the screen. That's everybody coming down from the beehive. They didn't hike it and come down. They came down just from the line that was there. So we decided that if we go backwards up the beehive, we would encounter less resistance, have a better hike overall, and be able to get to the peak at our own pace, instead of waiting in a line to climb the famous beehive ladder, which we had already done at this point.
We are, guys, 15 miles out into the Acadian wilderness. We haven't seen another person for over 10 hours. This is gonna be a real life Bear Grylls. See you on the slopes.
I'm not done.
Yeah.
You guys, it's a beautiful day here in Acadia Park. Much love to you at home. Please stay safe and God bless.
The front side of the beehive is more of a rock climbing style of hike, while the back side is more of a traditional gradual rise to elevation. The back trail is definitely more dog and newbie friendly.
Mountain A11s.
To gain elevation on the back trail, they use stairs. If you're up for it, I would recommend trying both ways.
You don't got no backpack on. This guy.
Come on, he does.
I would recommend hiking boots over something like a trail running shoe, just because these rocks will destroy your ankles if you're not careful. Same with the roots of the trees and whatnot. Something with ankle support is probably preferred. I didn't edit much of the stairs out from this hike either, so as you can see, there's a lot of stairs going on here. So think about climbing up a sheer cliff face, and that's what you can expect to see on that front side. The times that I've done it, there's been a lot of long lines, a lot of people questioning if they want to do it or not, and I would say, as a courtesy to other hikers, make sure you think about it before you stand there and cause a huge line. And definitely don't try to take your dogs up on that side, because you're going to be throwing those guys right up the mountain. I call this one Ankle Biter Alley.
We're so freaking close.
That was a little bit of that Superbench hiking ASMR for you. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you bring your water and food with you, because there's no sort of stores or stopping points on this hike. And make sure to bring your trash out with you as well. At this point, we've almost successfully gone up the Beehive Trail backwards. We're approaching the Beehive summit in this clip here. Behind us would actually be where the bowl is, and you'll see that later on in the video. This isn't the true Beehive Summit, but it is a place that I recommend you stop and take it all in. If you're going the traditional route up the side of the cliff on the front of the Beehive, this would be on your way over to the bowl. You'd probably look to your left.
Sometimes the forest finds you. Other times, you drive to the forest.
Thank you, Professor, for those wise words.
Very smart to go up this way.
Yeah, there's a long line, right?
Oh, so long.
How long did it take you? 2 hours? It took us 10 to 20 minutes on the other side, swear to God. From the bowl side.
As you just heard from those other hikers, it took them 2 hours to get up the front of the Beehive. Now, the last time I went to the front of the Beehive, it maybe took us 30 minutes, and we waited in some lines. So, pick your poison. And here we are, at the actual summit of the Beehive. What Tungles is explaining here is that usually there's this big cliff that juts out into the ocean. You can usually see the parking lot to Sand Beach from here as well. You can see a little bit of Sand Beach on the right there, that lighter patch right over the woods. You'll see that later on in the video. Although the view may be foggy, it was different from what I saw last time, so I was happy I was able to see it. Here's a bit of a better view of that coastline. We conquered the Beehive, everybody. After that, we took a short trip across the top of these mountains over to the bowl. It's kind of like a lake of rainwater that's just been accumulating over the years. Some of the rock, I guess, just kind of eroded away, and it's held some of that water from the surrounding mountain, and it's been turned into a lake type of structure. Long day for the professor today. He usually sits behind his desk and teach people about sea animals while eating extremely spicy food.
Something's going on for a view.
Whoa, is that a Yeti? The big reveal. Here's the bowl, everybody. Right beyond the bowl to the right, you can see Mount Champlain. This trail goes across the peaks of all these mountains, so if you're really looking for a crazy hike, you can go from the Beehive all the way across Champlain. Make sure to stop at the bowl on the way. Similar to myself, the bowl is not only known for its dangerous good looks, but also for its frog hunting. We were traveling with a couple newbies this trip, including myself. I don't know if I've ever truly caught such large frogs. I used to catch the toads in my backyard no problem, but once they start getting aquatic, I don't know what I'm doing.
I lied, it was a mother.
Make sure to leave in the comments your guess for what the professor just said. Because I've been editing this one for months and I still don't know what it was.
Oh, some wild blueberries.
No, I did not eat them. Do not eat wild berries. You're gonna end up shitting everywhere. And you'll see why I mentioned that. Because someone may or may not have been shitting everywhere. As we survey our hunting grounds, the realization sets in that we are gonna be here a while Lily and Taylor try to catch these frogs.
Yes, yes. Oh! So close. I'm gonna try and get it.
Oh, I see.
I can't reach that far.
She literally doesn't miss. She would have had all three of those first ones. Okay, get it, brother. I got you. You're not falling.
Right. Let me down.
Let me
Right
go.
there. Move.
I know. Wait. He's close enough.
I got that thing on me.
Golly. He said,
You got it.
He's waving.
I'm scared.
Just grab him. Grab and squeeze.
Top him.
Grab and squeeze.
I pet him.
Okay, grab him now. He's still there. Oh, now he's
grab
gone.
him.
Taylor might be able to get him in a long
I don't
arm.
want to hurt him.
He's right there. See him?
I don't want to hurt. I pet him. I petted him.
I'm gonna be.
Come on. Go that way. Taylor wants to catch you. Go that way.
Just grab him. Pick him up. Two hands that.
I don't know. I got Taylor on.
There you go.
He's slippery. Oh, he's slipping.
See if I can get him. Farther left. And now closer to the shore.
Oh, nice.
Is he barking at you? Yeah.
they can, but they won't.
They all got feet.
Smile.
Oh, there you are.
Say cheese.
There you go. He's on the rock. He's almost out of the water.
What the two-handed?
Oh, that's perfect.
Whoa, snag Taylor, just grab it. You gotta squeeze him.
Wrangling us. Oh, the slime made him fall. He don't care.
Literally.
A little bit more. Bonk. The back of my frog leg. Oh.
Grab him.
Oh, now he's on land. Get him.
That's worse.
You got
I don't
him
have
finally.
Oh.
I need one to make him kiss. Maybe he'll turn into a prince.
Yeah, give him a kiss. It'll turn into a prince. You can't wrangle.
Where'd he go?
Went to the ranch.
No.
Frog ranch. Oh!
Oh no.
Smoking that frog pack.
I shit all over me. Alright, didn't he kiss?
Oh, I didn't realize you got him. Cam, get a picture of this. Oh.
Kiss. Never touch this lightly shat underwear you find in the woods.
as I said before, do not eat the wild berries, or you will be the guy who leaves his lightly shat underwear on the side of the trail at Acadia. As we left the mountain, our sightseeing journey was not yet over. We had to make our way down to Sand Beach. This is the first part of the video, besides at the summit, where the trail is now repeating itself. We have now doubled back after getting to the summit, going to the bowl. The front of the beehive is pretty much a one-direction type of trail. You go up, you don't come back down. So technically, we're going in the right direction this time.
Little guy. Into his hole. I don't know. I think he just likes the little hole there. He feels safe. I know. A small squirrel.
Oh, look. It's the summit of the beehive. And what do you see? A line all the way there. Approaching Sand Beach, it was no surprise that it was still foggy right next to the water. Apparently a storm had come through, knocked down a lot of trees, and eroded a bit of the cliff here. As I've said before in previous videos, a vacation is not complete without access to the ocean. So I was very excited to come take a look at what's here. This is more of a swimming beach if you can brave the cold waters. But as you can see, there's not a lot of people in there, right now especially. I can't tell you how badly I wanted to get in the water after that long hike. Wash all the frog snot off me, all the dirt, all the sweat. Just let it go. But we had a vacation to have and a video to make. So we didn't stay long, but it was just enough time to take in the sights.
Huh? Oh, wild pickle.
I started my annual catching one fish and saying I'm going to eat it and just throwing it back anyway over at Anemone Cave. Last year, I caught one mackerel. That's a YouTube short somewhere, you can go find that. For those who don't know me personally, it might be a surprise to you that I do like to go fishing. I do consume a lot of fishing content on the internet as well. I fall asleep to fishing videos all the time. They're some of my favorites. So it's exciting for me to try and take a crack at this type of thing. Here's another good tide pooling spot. They call this Anemone Cave, but I would definitely recommend you wear some sort of shoes with grip on the bottom, not something like water shoes or flip-flops. The terrain can be a bit rough.
Crab people, crab people. Ah, my skull! Fucking bonked my shit. Ow! running around with this little spoon and the feather treble hook. See if we can catch anything. There's cast magic. See if we're working. We are definitely working.
Last year I was able to use a combination of spoons and these silver baits with feathers on the end to end up catching one mackerel. So I rigged it up and basically tried to do the same exact thing I did last time.
Keep jiggling it.
Nothing makes it feel like a real fisherman, like all this salty brine in your eyes and all over your GoPro when you don't notice it.
Crazy right now. Look at this fucking. Oh, this got absolutely destroyed. Oh, just got soaked and freezing. Oh.
During my last trip, I spoke with a couple of fishermen about what they were targeting. And they were looking for the cod, haddock, pollock, cusk, flounder, halibut, which I did not see any of in my fishing adventures. Last time was on a school of mackerel. Eventually was able to pull one of them in. This time, I wasn't really getting any bites.
Oh, baby. Oh, whoa! Oh! Oh, here we go.
One of the issues I have with this location is there's all this vegetation, kelp, seaweed growing right in front of you. So you gotta make sure your hook doesn't get stuck to that. As well as all the rocky crevices.
I wonder if anything will change if I go over there. Look at this little fucking thunder hole, huh? Pretty cool little place. Someone's over there at like a beach or something too. Oh, there's the ducks. Like Buddy Holly. Oh, that's a two. We don't hear like that. Look at this, huh? The wind is blowing against me here. Oh, baby. Little inlet right here. I don't know. Might find a little something. It's a lot quieter over here. And I can get like right up this. Anybody home? Over back, yeah, take a left right there. Oh, you're heading back? I'll come over then. No fish today. That's what I got the third leg for.
Look it.
Wanna get some food?
And then move like crazy.
Let's go get some food.
Yeah,
the foot.
Throw them up here.
Look at this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at him.
The mama duck and her ducklings are out there. I can't get too close though. She's a very protective mother.
Yeah, I think I could do that.
That was a good one.
Let's go.
Try it again. Do it. Who cares?
Ouch. It's a lot tighter. Oh.
You been drinking?
No, it's
Are you doing that on purpose? Looser over there?
There you go, bro.
Johnny on the side.
I don't have your balance.
You're not good at this.
Oh, almost.
A very common theme in these northeast vacation zones is Pirates Cove mini golf. These are the Acadian highlights.
What?
Let's see.
Oh, I thought it was gonna stop in there.
Probably better if it's yeah.
That's how you do it.
Oh, and a hole in one. I'm so back. Whoa! No, I watch. Oh. Nice one, dude. God damn it!
Between our Airbnb and Acadia National Park, there was something called the Oceanarium and Education Center. It's kinda like an aquarium and a museum put together. Pictured here is Blueberry, the cotton candy lobster, Blackberry, the blue lobster. They say it's a 1 in 2 million chance of finding a blue lobster, while the cotton candy is 1 in 100 million. Tangerine, the second rarest on our list, has a 1 in 10 million chance of existing. I cannot figure out what this fish is for the life of me. I need a Maine local to let me know. This is what scallops look like with the shell on. When you eat the scallop, you're basically eating the muscle that keeps the shell closed. They even had a nice touch tank where you can come find a couple of the animals you may not have found tide pooling. At least larger versions. That's a sea cucumber. While I was trying to get a shot of this mystery fish at the bottom of the tank, you can see a sea cucumber in the back using its tentacles to filter feed. Something cool you don't always get to see. Here's a skeleton of what I believe was a right whale, judging by the size. It even had the little vestigial legs hanging there. They also give you access to a real wetland out in the back. I would recommend this place to anybody who spends time in the area of Acadia Bar Harbor. It's just a great way to kind of enjoy nature, learn a little bit about the area, and take a break from the high-stress situations that a tourist location can give you.
Nice one, Corey. That was good.
And I cut the fuck out of my finger. Oh! Alright, boomerang rock time. It's pretty good.
Pretty good for a heavy rock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, some of them just hit the water and then flip.
Hang.
Go crazy.
Okay.
That was a good one.
In this series, where one trip ends, another begins. What an experience it was to come back to Acadia this year. Such an effortlessly beautiful and natural location. You really can't find a lot of these things anywhere else. Although I was sad we were leaving, I knew one day we would come back.
Doesn't have a body.
across the street from Hershey Park is Zoo of America. They have plenty of animals from all over the North and South America. This bald fella is the roseate spoonbill. Just like the flamingo, they are pink because of their diet. Their pink hue can vary depending on how much of this pigment they consume, and they can be found from Florida all the way to Argentina. They wave their beaks around in the silt and mud like this until they hit prey and just swallow it whole. This is a fiddler crab. I see these frequently used as bait in a lot of the fishing videos I watch, and you can find them all the way from Cape Cod to northern Florida. He's hiding. This is a big, fat old diamondback rattlesnake. You can typically find them in the southeastern US coastal plain. I believe this snake is called the southern black racer snake. Eats a lot of lizards, frogs, and mice. Speaking of eating mice, here's a barred owl. He's sleeping. You know him. You love him. As American as apple pie, it's a woolly mammoth. It's one of the last species in the genus alligator, the other being the Chinese alligator. You can find these guys in the wild around the Carolinas to Mexico. This is an animal I've never seen before, the Gila monster. You can find it in the south central United States and northern Mexico. Hey yo! Do I have to blur this? These gopher tortoises are getting absolutely freaky out here. So you know I had to bring out the Bardcore Bad Touch remix. We got one guy going absolutely bonkers, and the other one's trying to take a look. In the summer, the tortoises will hide in the burrows that they've dug, while in the winter, the diamondback rattlers will actually take over those burrows. There's the Roadrunner. This is a very shy 9-banded armadillo. You can find it from the southeastern US all the way to Argentina. These are chuckwalla. You'll find them around California. Here's a very tired little stink rodent, aka a skunk. This animal is one of the bigger surprises on this trip. I've never heard of it before. It's called a ringtail, and apparently it is a close relative to the raccoon, similar to the coati. You find it in desert canyons. And they were very playful while I was there. The nocturnal light they got going on works very well for these guys. They're like little raccoon cats. Some interesting facts. Their ankles can rotate 180 degrees. They have the most concentrated urine of any mammal ever studied, an adaptation to help with water retention. They are said to be easily tamed overall, and miners used to keep them as pets to get rid of mice. These are North American river otters. You can find them in most US coastal estuaries. And Zoo America has even tried to repopulate the Pennsylvania populations, which I didn't even realize they were around. They're so cute. Throughout Zoo America, in all the habitats, you'll always be finding these black vultures. They don't seem to bother people and seem to just stay away in general, so it's a cool addition to the entire thing. Pennsylvania is definitely in the northern part of their range. Another animal that I'm actually surprised that I've never seen is an elk. Interestingly, the elk is actually considered an invasive species to some countries. These countries are Argentina and New Zealand. They were introduced there, and now they threaten the endemic species of these countries. Although unfortunate, I think that's kind of a testament to the hardiness of a species like this. It's also the second largest deer, that is right behind the moose. Elks also like to travel in giant herds, so they're more susceptible to diseases from livestock because there's many of them all around each other all the time. Scientists have tried to vaccinate elk against these diseases, but they haven't quite figured it out yet. Picture yourself as a bull elk looking for a female. What you do is you go dig a hole in a field, you start peeing in it, and then you start wallowing in your own piss mud hole. The smell actually attracts females. Isn't that just absolutely disgusting? The skin-looking blood you see coming off the horns of this elk is what they call shedding its velvet. So as they shed the velvet on their horns become harder, and they can use their horns to fight other males over females usually. What an agile guy this is. As you can see, there's no females really in this enclosure. I assume that's to protect both sides from bloody battles. These are pronghorns, the last surviving American antelopes. Their closest surviving ancestor is actually the giraffe. I feel like this clip could be on the cover of some dystopian book about candy companies taking over the world. This is the infamous gray wolf. As you can see, they don't really love the heat. They are more active in the cold. Would Zoo America even be complete without the bald eagle? I've never seen one in captivity before, so this was really cool for me to get this close to him. After we checked out Zoo America, it was time for the seal show. Overall, a very tasteful performance. I feel as though it's important for younger minds and people who may not get out as much to understand these animals and respect them. So when they show up injured or maybe in a state where they wouldn't survive in the wild, I think that it's great that you get a couple of passionate people to play around with them in front of other people that may not have the chance to see the animals in this type of light. My boy out here drooling heavy.
almost done.
Woo-wee, everybody. Trip number 3. Lake George, New York, baby. This isn't the Times Square, New York City type of New York. It's funny because this lake is called Lake George, named after King George, but they call it the Queen of American Lakes. The lake is 31 miles long, with Fort Ticonderoga on one side and Fort William Henry on the other side, inside of Lake George Village, which is also where a lot of the tourist attractions are. Some American lakes get really nasty and stagnant. Lake George actually has very clear water and is known for it. There's 2 key differences here that are keeping the waters very clear, and that is that the pollutant content is monitored and Lake George is actually fed by springs. This lake also wasn't some big dig like the Panama Canal either. The lake was carved by glaciers. The mountains that you can see surrounding Lake George are part of the Adirondack Mountains. But these mountains also helped to push the glacier as it melted and shaped Lake George as it scraped through. Originally, this lake was frequented by the Mohawk people. Oh my god, what the fuck? They gave Lake George its first name, Andia Tarokte, the place where the lake narrows. They used it as a seasonal travel route and a fishing ground.
I'm the world's fastest hedgehog. I'm the world's fastest hedgehog. I'm the world's fastest hedgehog.
Eventually, all good things must come to an end, even if you are the world's fastest hedgehog. And the Europeans finally made it to quote-unquote Andia Tarokte. Father Isaac Yos, a French Jesuit missionary, was the first man to lay his eyes upon Lac du Saint-Sacrement, Lake of the Blessed Sacrament. Now we see our 3rd character show up here. We got Lac du Saint-Sacrament, we've got Andia Tarokte, and the British show up. They say, we should name this after our king. Lake George. When you have a bunch of different people that don't like each other naming the same place, usually a war breaks out. The French and Indian War begins. If you've ever seen the movie The Last of the Mohicans, that's where this happens, right at the tip of Lake George, at Fort William Henry. Only a year after the movie takes place, the British construct the Rideau Land Tortoise. And interestingly, they scuttled it, which means they intentionally sunk it to preserve it. And you can actually see it to this day. It's still preserved underwater. It's amazing to me that they would have known to do that back then. They intended to bring it back up out of the water, but they never did. And they found it in 1990. They think that it is the oldest intact warship in North America. It was basically just a raft with a bunch of guns on it. We haven't seen war on American soil in quite a long time. But man, was Lake George a hub for it back in the day. During the Revolutionary War, it was strategically important, but there wasn't a lot of battles happening on Lake George itself. Whoever had control of Lake George had control between New York City and Montreal, 2 cities that were really important. To stop the British from invading through Canada, Benedict Arnold actually helped construct a makeshift American fleet on nearby Lake Champlain, using materials, trees, and wood that they would float across Lake George to build these ships. These ships were used in a crucial battle called the Battle of Valcour Island, delaying the British advance for a year. How's that for historical importance?
Woo!
YouTube?
Oh, that was good. That was a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. You got it. Yeah.
It gets me so mad because I
feel it in my bones. The second you walked over, I've been doing that 50 times. I won. I really did it.
On the way up, we'll go around the big island on the right.
You know, Brian.
Thanks for coming.
Pirates Cove Golf Course is a must visit in both Acadia and Lake George. After golfing, we went out for another boat ride, but there was a storm brewing. The next day, we found a pretty nice cliff jumping spot.
Something like this, Logan. Let's go. It is easy.